Hi, it's Maria from the Wood County District Public Library, and I'm really happy to be here to share a picture book with you. This picture book, A Friend for Henry, reminds me a lot of the chapter book that we're reading for One Book BG, A Boy Called Bat. I hope that you're reading A Boy Called Bat. I love this story, and it really reminded me a lot of this picture book, and they're kind of like friends, right? So sometimes you find a book, and it could even be a picture book and a chapter book that are similar, that you'd like to maybe compare and contrast. So why don't you listen to this book with me and see how it reminds you of A Boy Called Bat. This book has won an award. Do you see that sticker? The Schneider Family Book Award. That award is given by the American Library Association, recognizing authors and illustrators for the excellence of a portrayal of the disability experience in children's literature. A Friend for Henry. You can find out more about this award from our website and other books that have won this award. WCDPL, we have a bar across the top for readers, and we have book recommendations for kids there. So we can tell you how to find these lists, as well as you can find it for yourself on our website. A Friend for Henry. A book is like a friend, isn't it? And sometimes books can be similar to each other, that they're almost friends to each other, or kind of like related to each other. A Friend for Henry by Jenn Bailey, illustrated by Mika Song. I like the illustrations a lot in this book. In classroom 6, second left down the hall, Henry was looking for a friend. Wonder which one Henry is. They all look like they might be looking for a friend, don't they? Finding a friend in school is such a nice thing to be able to do. It's not always so easy, though, is it? Henry was looking for a friend. Oh, it couldn't be Gilly, who circled her fishbowl. She's quiet, thought Henry, but she can't play on the swings. It couldn't be Mrs. Magoon, who knew about hugs. She shares, thought Henry, but she has to. Could it be someone else in classroom 6? I think I know who Henry is now. In art class, Vivian shared Henry's double easel. Vivian was a kaleidoscope, a tangle of colors. She had ribbons and clackety shoes. She knew every pony song. Her fingernails were painted like rainbows. Whew! When I get paint on my fingers, Henry said, I wash it off. Vivian waved her hands too close to Henry's face. Mommy painted them. Aren't they pretty? Ooh, it looks like Henry's a little concerned about this. Looking at the expression on his face. Painting on people is against the rules, said Henry. Did your mommy get in trouble? No. Henry lowered his voice. Did you get angry? Why should I? But Vivian was very angry later. He ruined them. She likes rainbows, Henry explained, and he thought, a friend would say thank you. This is confusing. Look at all their different expressions. Oh, Vivian is angry, and Henry does look confused. Oh, the teacher is concerned too. There's a misunderstanding there, isn't there? Oh. Reading time was Henry's favorite. My friend will like it too. It was Henry's turn to put out the carpet squares. He tucked the blue ones next to the brown ones, green in the very middle. All the edges met, and the corners fit perfectly. Reading time, shouted Samuel. My favorite! Samuel was a thunderstorm, booming and crashing. He was kind of scary if you didn't have your blanket. He could pick up crayons with his toes and do proper somersaults. Henry stepped in front of Samuel. Somersaults are hard. Samuel dodged past. I want a green one. Ooh. Samuel does look like a thunderstorm, doesn't he? And Henry does look concerned. Wait, Henry's throat felt tight. They're perfect. Mine's a magic carpet from a genie's lamp, said Samuel. It's not. Henry's face was hot. It's from Rug World. There's the sticker. Up, up, and away, magic carpet! Booming and crashing, Henry's fingers curled closed. A friend listens. Ooh. Now Henry's really frustrated, isn't he? Oh, this is hard. A friend listens. Henry, Mrs. Magoon knelt in front of him. Sit with me, please. Henry did, but he couldn't see the pictures, and his carpet square was brown. During snack time, Jaden took 3 crackers instead of 2. At recess, Riley dug up worms and let them use the swing. At free time, Henry's hope for a friend felt small. He watched the sunlight play on Gilly's scales. He could watch Gilly for a long time. Katie watched too. Well, here's someone else in the classroom named Katie. Katie smelled like strawberry milk. She read storybooks all by herself. She slid down the big slide, sometimes backwards. The big slide is too big, said Henry. Gilly floated past. She's shimmery, said Katie. She doesn't blink, said Henry. What does she do? She blurps pebbles, Henry thought, and breathes underwater. She turns sunshine into colors. Henry hunched into his sweatshirt. Fish things. Katie bent to have a closer look. I like her. Henry tried not to blink. Want to play with the blocks? Sure. I don't like triangles, said Henry. I don't like broccoli, said Katie. Together they built a tower. It had rectangles, cylinders, and squares, but no triangles or broccoli. It's perfect, said Henry. Thank you, said Katie. Wow. Now look at Henry's face. He's smiling, isn't he? He looks pleased. Thank you, said Katie. And he found a friend. The next day, they played on the swings, and Katie went down the big slide. Henry waited at the bottom for his friend. Wow, look at their faces. Oh, that does feel good to find a friend, doesn't it? It's not easy, but it sure does feel good when it happens. Oh, and there they are, both reading together. Different books. Yeah, it's okay to read different books. It's okay to be different, isn't it? It's nice to find when you do like something with somebody. And it's also nice to find when you can find 2 books that are kind of similar, a book to read and a book to read again, and books to talk about with friends. Yeah, that's a nice way to connect with somebody, isn't it? To talk about books. And we're hoping that you can do that with a boy called Bat. And I really appreciate you sharing a friend for Henry with me and giving us more to think about and talk about with each other. So thank you very much, and until next time, take care.